This is the this is the review session, and this will be recording. This is recording live right now, and we are just going to review a few topics here. How these things go, or that everyone else come up with topics that we want to talk about, and kind of popcorn style lecture. So whoever kind of knows about the topic. Just start talking. There's really no structure to this, minus the topics that we have on hand. So, without further ado, what do we want to talk about today? Ajax.
Phase 2.
Okay, no.
You say that as a joke, but I'm actually going to say Ajax, JSON, jQuery.
Active record.
No, I'm.
Okay. No
Or
active
like
record.
JK.
Associations.
So advanced active record.
Are we okay with validations and stuff?
No, I think we should put that all in there.
I was gonna say I haven't validated a single thing.
CRUD apps? Anyone? No?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
please.
would go through your CRUD app.
Let's do CRUD.
Oh man.
Basically, let's do
Cool.
everything.
Let's
in
just be
phase
here for
two.
like 5 hours.
God.
So,
Out of these topics, what do we actually want to talk about here? Because
I'll
Everything,
throw something
Jeremy.
out for you guys. Be able to pass tests with JavaScript.
You dip it out here.
No.
Pass what test?
There are tests in JavaScript.
You'll have a
Did
section
you do
where,
any tests yet?
where you're just making tests pass with JavaScript.
Oh,
Okay.
Is it kind of like algorithms stuff, or is
we
it?
don't have to write tests ourselves.
No. You have to make the test pass. Remember that challenge where Jasmine?
Oh, we have to make a Jasmine test pass.
Yeah. Well, basically you have to make a test pass. Period. So
So are you talking about like the weekend stuff where we had to like make something for a rectangle and then run the test to make sure all of our code passed?
something along those lines. Yeah.
we're okay with JavaScript here, or do we want to also go through JavaScript as well?
Let's do JavaScript too, Jeremy.
So every-
Oh my god. Alright, we're going to split this up then. Jeez. Well, what are we having trouble with Ajax and JSON stuff? Anything in particular? Like, do we not understand what the hell it means at
What does
all?
it mean? How do you call it? How are they
We use
related
syntax.
to syntax? All that kind of
Sure, okay.
I'd be happy to do that.
I'm going to lump these two together then, because JSON goes kind of hand in hand with
But in
Ajax.
general, does everyone understand what Ajax does? Because
Isn't
the
it
dev
Trello?
talks that we watched. Huh?
It's Trello, right? You just like click a new card and it automatically loads because
Yes.
it's supposed to go to your page and then it comes back.
No, it doesn't go to the new page at all.
Right, that's
But
what
no,
I'm saying.
I mean under the covers.
Oh,
right?
Trello, yeah, sure.
Under the
I bet
covers,
Trello
right?
is just exactly like that, yeah. I started writing some stuff, but I might have been like completely wrong about a few things. Like JSON requests are not encrypted, I found out. So, yeah, one of the things that you can do to learn to help yourselves is just write as much as you can on one topic and see where the fuck you go with it. I'm recording this in my note. Where the French you record. Whatever. Anyways, and then you can find holes and gaps with it. And if that doesn't help, then you can do that with code, and then you can find out what your gaps are in code. Anyways, so let me think. Anyone want to take a stab at what the hell Ajax is? Preferably somebody who doesn't know.
Asynchronous JavaScript.
Good job.
Isn't it basically like
I forgot the word.
so? If I have like my awesome app and I'm like, shit, let's make a new contact. And on that same page, instead of going to a new page to like fill out the contact form, it's like, you know what? Don't go to that new page. Keep that route. Go to that route, and then like get that new contact page and bring it back onto the page, so I can put in my new contact
Yeah, that's
for Simon's Burgers. and
Yeah.
fries or something.
Because sometimes you
Sounds
want to
perfect.
get things from a database, or you want to post things to a database, but you don't want to load a new page every time you do that. So that's
let's see. If I refactor what you just said there, a client can
Say
talk
refactor
to
what
the
you said.
yeah, I did to the server without loading a new page.
Client is the browser, right?
Yes. Client's the browser. Okay. Conceptually, that all should make sense, right? Anybody want to stab analogies, or should we just? So then, JSON. What is JSON? Anyone want to? Besides saying the words JavaScript object notation.
Is JSON the type of
JSON
how it's? Isn't it a type of data?
It's
This
kind of
is like a way of encrypting data so that you can send it to and from like via Ajax.
Content type, yes.
so what I understand it as, and I could be wrong, is that on your client side you have JavaScript, you have Ruby, you have all this different stuff. They don't know how to talk to each other sometimes, so you send it through JSON, which everybody understands. So you send like one message all the way up to the server. The server understands JSON, and then they can execute whatever you want it to. And then the server will send back JSON, which your computer understands.
Yep, that's all it is.
And how do you implement that? No idea.
All right, let's do some implementation then. Yeah. All right. So, do we want to go through like the stuff today or something, or I don't think I actually pushed any of that stuff. Let's do this. Okay, so let's go through. I don't think I ever learned well with like doing things in the shorthand and stuff like that. So if you looked at the docs for jQuery, jQuery docs, like I get what some of the stuff is saying, but like I would love to see what it actually is parsing into or something like that, or like what is all this stuff? What is all this junk right here? I don't actually don't know.
So
But-
I've heard that Ajax requests are stored as arrays.
Say
Okay.
that again?
I just heard that Ajax, when it's the contents within an Ajax request, is an array.
Okay, yeah, that sounds cool.
It's
My
just-
sort of array.
Serves us no good. By the way.
My issue is just the syntax on
Okay.
when to use certain syntax in Ajax.
So let's go through this here. Okay, so we will need an URL because that's what we're gonna be sending. Where are we gonna send it to? Who's gonna receive this message? That's what the URL is there for. So needs attention. Spelled that wrong. Needs attention.
So that's going to be like our page.
Yeah, that's our page.
Okay.
So in our controller, this is where our whatever our link is going to be, right? So the controller has a get or a post or some other verb, and then the URL. So that's where that goes. The next thing is a type, I believe. Though there's not really much of an
All the way
order.
up on this, I think there's,
I think if I go all the way down, I also will find it.
Yep.
Here we go, type.
Oh, it's get or
Is
post.
that the longhand?
Yeah, this is the longhand. I'm going through the longhand so that you
Wait,
understand what
click
the.
sideload?
Hmm?
Oh, that's the shorthand.
No, all this is longhand. All of this is
Why?
longhand.
Why is it like shorter, but they call it long?
Wait, what?
Like, that's called the longhand right there, but like,
This is right here?
yeah.
No. This is all longhand. This is just missing information that other things here are including.
So what's the difference between longhand and shorthand then?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
I was like, what is short?
Shorthand's like instead of doing Ajax, we're doing remember the dot get JSON or dot post.
Mm.
Those are shorthands.
Oh, really?
So that way you don't have to include things like type post. It knows that it needs an argument called data. It knows that it needs a function. It knows it needs to have a data type, etc., etc. So yeah, the next thing here would be a type. And type here is the verbs that we've been using, like get, or post, or put. What's the other one? Paste or something? Patch. And delete. That's what would go here.
So is type a method or something, or
Type is the HTTP protocol verb.
so it's a method?
Yes. Yes? Yeah.
That's
Then we get the data here. What are we passing to this? Not the get doesn't Well, does the get receive data as well sometimes?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. So data will be the thing. This is where your JSON goes. This is where it goes. Sometimes, if your data type is in fact JSON.
You can also pass an object, and it'll still work.
An object, really?
Yeah, like if you pass then like an object, it'll you can get like the attribute of the object. And on the other side, if you do like params, you use like params.
Okay, cool.
So that's not an object because none of these attributes have names.
And that's enough.
That's
1 and 2 is not.
Yeah, that's what Spencer is saying is that you don't have to pass through just
So
keys and values. You can also just do values.
I'm not sure about that. I think you might need the keys.
You might need the keys.
so
Okay.
data has to be passed as a hash.
As a hash.
And hashes are just objects in JavaScript because there's no real distinction between the two.
You can pass them as a hash, and I think you can also do a JSON, but I'm not sure how JSON works.
You know, okay. So we kind of get the point. Oh. So this is the object right here. Well, JSON is just a way of notating objects, though. So, well, I guess not all objects are in JSON, but what is the opposite? But all JSON are objects. Yeah. Yay. Anyways, this is where your JSON can go. And how that looks like, you can look at the documentation and see, oh, this is how JSON is written. So I think it was like json.org or something. And they have a bunch of examples here. Just skip those pictures, skip those pictures. And you can see how JavaScript does this. Where are we? Here we are. And the way they see JSON in JavaScript is, what the hell is this?
What is that? It's not.
That was not helpful whatsoever.
That wasn't helpful. The hell is that? Anyways, you can look around this. Oh, I see. So you can do objects, members, pairs, raise values. Okay. Whatever all that stuff is.
Can we go back to like your example and put in an example of what we may use, like what we use today?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Um,
What was the example today?